Hey guys, gals, and pals, Mr. Obvious here, and today we're going to talk about the Biden administration saying that they have great confidence in General Mark Milley, even after a bombshell report which said Mark Milley colluded with China to defy President Trump, basically committing treason, with the White House's Jen Psaki calling Milley a patriot. We're also going to talk about Governor Gavin Newsom winning the California recall battle. And in other news, US Lieutenant Colonel resigns over Biden's, quote, tyrannical vaccine mandate, and warns of a marxist takeover of the US military. Could he be right? Is Marxism taking over the United States? We're going to talk about all that and more, but before we do, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for updates for future content, and support the channel by sharing this video with your family and friends so that they know what's really going on. And now for a quick shout out from our sponsor. Introducing Webull. Webull is an easy and convenient trading app where you can buy and sell cryptocurrency and stocks. Right now is a really good time to invest. Open an account and deposit $5 and you will get 2 free stocks, worth anywhere up to $1,400. Folks, it's basically free money. I think it's gonna be a very big month for crypto and stocks. Join today by clicking the affiliate link down below. And we're back. So let's talk about Joint Chiefs Chairman General Mark Milley and the treason he committed against the United States. Now, we already know about this story, but Biden and Jen Psaki have both come out recently to defend him despite his treason. Biden says he has great confidence in General Mark Milley, despite him admitting that he did call China, he did lecture staff on nukes protocol, and he did betray Donald Trump. Now, the most disgusting part of this is when Jen Psaki came out and she literally called Mark Milley an American patriot.
And there are some questions about if he exceeded his authority.
Well, again, the president has complete confidence in his leadership, his patriotism, and his fidelity to our Constitution.
What? What the fuck? So as you can see, the Biden administration is basically defending Mark Milley. Now, I find this an extreme example of the dangers of tribalism. They're basically backing this guy who literally committed treason, exceeded his authority, and colluded with a foreign enemy. They're not exactly our friends. And they're backing him because, oh, he was mean to the big bad orange man. If this guy had done this to Obama, his butt would be on the blocking shop. He would be stripped of his rank, stripped of his role. Heck, he would go to prison. You think Barack Obama would have put up with this treasonous nonsense? I don't like Barack Obama. I'm just saying. But Sleepy Joe is basically sucking this guy's schlong. It doesn't taste like vanilla. It tastes salty. Yeah, you swallow that load, Biden. But speaking of corruption in the US government, let's talk about the California recall election. As many of you now know, as I basically said in my last video, Governor Gavin Newsom won. And it looked like he was going to win. The data said he was probably gonna win. Larry Elder made several accusations that the Democrats had cheated this election. And many people seem to think that the reason that he lost is because not enough Republicans came out to vote. Now, I agree with this. However, we also have to remember that in California, Republicans were trying to vote to recall Governor Gavin Newsom and vote for Larry Elder, and they were told that they had already voted. This made many people think that, well, I guess it's impossible, so I'm not going to vote. I don't agree with certain people on the internet saying that, oh, this is all Republicans' faults. They never come out to vote. That's not fair. When you see time and time again Republicans running into these computer errors that never impact Democrats, I mean, I think there's a reason that people are demoralized. But let's read the headline. Here it says, quote, Trumpism is not dead. Governor Gavin Newsom wins California recall battle and slams former president for suggesting that the election was rigged, as top Republican hopeful Larry Elder says, let's be graceful in defeat. So, many of you may know this, but Larry Elder was smeared by the media and by the so-called tolerant left for being the, I quote, black face of white supremacy. God, it's such a disgusting comment. They called a black man a supremacist. This is your average Californian. This is your average Democrat. They are literally insane. Who in their right mind would want to keep Governor Gavin Newsom? One of the worst governors California has ever had. California is literally a third world country. It is a dump. It is bad. There is literally a poop patrol to help clean poop off the streets. But you see these Democrats on Twitter celebrating that Gavin Newsom won. We beat those right-wing chuds. Cool. Enjoy your needles. Enjoy the disease. Enjoy the STDs. Enjoy the crime. Enjoy the people dying. That's what you get from Democrats. Here the story says, Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom has won his recall battle for California in a landslide victory. Newsom held an early and substantial lead in results from Tuesday's recall election shortly after polls closed at 8 p.m. local time. So he won. That's pretty much all there is to it. But let's talk about China, because this is a very, very big issue. You may have heard about this. There have been 2 breaking news announcements that I believe are very, very interesting. Here on Twitter with Disclosed TV. Just in, United States, United Kingdom, and Australia formally announced a new trilateral security partnership on advanced defense capabilities in the Indo-Pacific. This is according to ABC. I'm going to give you guys this crazy news story probably before anybody else, but I've been hearing rumors on the internet and, in discussions between certain figures, that China is planning soon to invade Taiwan. It would make perfect sense considering that Joe Biden is a fool, he's incompetent, he's powerless, he's a coward, he's spineless, he's weak, and China sees the opportunity where it can invade Taiwan. Now, this isn't the only thing that's happening. Here on Disclosed TV, new. Japan begins a nationwide, large-scale military drill for the first time since the Cold War. 100,000 personnel, 20,000 vehicles, and 120 aircraft will join these drills. My friends, does anybody else feel really weirded out by this? The United States forms this union, right, for the Indo-Pacific. Japan does this military drill. It really sounds like China is planning to make a big move, and it could happen very soon. But that, my friends, brings us to the last story of the day. A U.S. Lieutenant Colonel resigns over Biden's tyrannical vaccination mandate and warns of a Marxist takeover of the military as he refuses the jab and forfeits his pension after 19 years of service. I wanted to mention this story because I believe this man is very brave for being willing to give up his pension. That's not something to take lightly after 19 years of service. Now, there's a lot of people who agree with the vaccine, think the vaccine's a good thing, and may even be vaccinated, but do not support mandates. And I think a lot of Democrats and a lot of people get the mistaken idea that if you're anti-vaccine mandate, you're anti-vaccine. That's simply not true. You can totally be vaccinated for COVID and still not like mandates. But I find it interesting that he says there's been a Marxist takeover of the U.S. Army. Here the story says, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Douglas Haig's resignation letter has been shared nearly 10,000 times since his wife tweeted the memo and announced the Army vet is walking away from all he's worked for and believed for since he was an ROTC kid. I find all of this very interesting because you're seeing a lot of people in the government being threatened for not being vaccinated or for being against the vaccine mandate. You're seeing a lot of people resign, and one has to wonder, how is this going to end? Because on one hand, it's very important that people stand up for their beliefs and freedoms. It's all very important because we've seen so much government overreach. On the other hand, what if Joe Biden is simply using the mandate to get rid of all the conservatives from the military? It's kind of a terrifying thought that this is actually a purge of wrong thinkers, because then it leaves you with a military that just follows orders, follows Joe Biden, and is dominated by one side of the political spectrum. Oh, that's very scary, folks. Only to be left with the mindless sheep who will blindly follow orders. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Be sure to let me know down below in the comment section. As always, support the channel by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar. This channel is currently not monetized. It's supported by viewers like you. If you want to donate, check out my donor box page or send me crypto. Links and addresses are down below. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all next time.